Good morning, 8th grade. We are wrapping up week 5 of remote learning. Today we go over our first task from Unit 8. We're going to start with the warm-up that helps us prepare. I have 2 squares with different side lengths. I need you to calculate the area for each square, please. And then we'll start talking about your work. On 2.3. Good morning, Mr. Casamento. Good morning, Ruby. How are you? Both. Hi, Camila. Ooh, Camila has an answer already? Okay. Oh, tease. How's everybody doing so far? Did you guys have a good week? All right, that's great. That's really good to hear. Hey, Thais. All right, so we have enough of you here that you guys should definitely be coming up with a couple of answers for me. As soon as you have what you think is the area for each of the squares, please let me know. It's a little bit different now, don't you think, Mr. Casamento? Okay, area of square 1, area of square 2. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Who's got it for me? Hopefully you didn't forget what we went over on Tuesday. This is directly tied in with our task. You have to be comfortable with being able to find the area of a square, just given its side length. And we're going to go even further than that. Good morning, Ivan. I'm glad that you're here. Ivan, on Monday, if you could join stream. I made a mistake yesterday when I looked over your test question number 2 yesterday. You were missing a couple of pieces of information, so you could get even more points if you join us Monday. Hey, Jesus, how are you? Jesus, I'm going to be streaming for your class in an hour, 10 o'clock. This is an 8th grade stream, and we have a task we're working on. It's not office hours. So, if you could join me later, please join me later. If not, I can let you stay if you need help with something. It's just that I have to put the task as priority. 8th grade, do you have those areas for me? It's only 2 squares. Don't be shy. Thais said that the first area is a quarter. Okay, I need to hear if anybody agrees or disagrees. I also would like to hear, Thais, how you found the quarter. Share with the world what you did. It says since both sides will equal a half, all I did was multiply a half by a half and I got a quarter. Okay. In your explanation, tell us why each side is a half. And then if someone could help us out with number 2, that would be great. Because Thais took away number 1. I need to hear if you guys agree with her or if you disagree with anything. Right, I will be right back. You guys should hopefully still be able to see that. Okay. No comments yet. Nothing for 2, guys? What's going on out there? You guys leave already? All right, so for the first one, Thais said she did a half by a half, and she got a quarter. So I basically would like to know now if you, okay, Camila agrees. Thank you, guys. Oh, there's a glare again. Okay, I'll make sure that I write over here more. Let's see. I don't know how to explain it, but like, a square has all equal sides, so it should all equal a half. That's absolutely correct. That's all I needed you to say. Because of the fact that I said in the warm-up that these are both squares, you automatically know that each side has to be a half. And how do we calculate the area of a square? We're supposed to do the side length squared, which another way that you might see it is like technically a square is a type of rectangle. It's a specific type of rectangle. And to find the area of a rectangle, you would do length times width, right? Well, this is the same thing. This is just side times side, but because it's 2 s's, we could simplify it to s squared, okay? Have you guys seen it written like that before? The area of a square, side times side, s squared. And then that means I'm looking for someone to answer number 2. Because Thais took away number 1. You guys could use her logic if you want, or you could share something else. Thais said no. Oh, really? You haven't seen it like that before. Okay, so let's make sure that you guys become comfortable with that then. That's really important. A lot of times in math, you guys know the math. It's just written differently, so you don't make a connection or it doesn't make sense to you. But you just said that every side length is the same of a square, right? Well, if these 2 are the same and I have to multiply them together, then the area equals s times s. And you can simplify that because you learned that when you have the same base, we add their exponents. You just learned that in the previous book. So there's your connecting piece. The area of a square could be viewed as S squared. All right, thank you for that. I am still waiting for someone, and at least Camila, Ruby, or Ivan should be able to help us with this one, number 2. And if there's anyone else here, please say hi, and I will write you down for attendance. I have Ivan, Camila, Thais, and Ruby. Ray, what is up? What'd you do? Leave the country or something? Where'd you go? Dagny's here too. Good morning. Well, we got ourselves a nice little gathering here. Very good, very good. So who's got the area of this square for me? Good morning. I hope you guys are doing well. Let's see if we can do something about this glare while I wait for you. Okay, I think that is better. Nice. And I don't know why it always looks so crooked. I guess that looks better. I don't know. Whatever. 8th grade, who's got my area for this square? Sheesh. This is the one that we're looking for right now, this square. Side length is 3/4. Is it because it's a fraction you guys don't want to do it? The whole numbers would be too easy. We did that already. So you're in 8th grade. I have to make it a little bit more complicated. Maybe tomorrow I'll do, no, not tomorrow. Maybe Tuesday I'll do decimals. I don't know. I might do something different. Okay, great. I need the Jeopardy music. This is torture. Where are you guys? Say something. All right, let's see. What is the area of the, Ivan is coming up with the answer and he says 9/16. Okay, would you share how you got that? I was just about to chat the question because I didn't know where you guys were. He is saying that the area of this square appears to be 9/16. Okay, explain please. He said 3/4 times 3/4 equals 9/16. Is the 0 a typo? Which means to multiply 3 by 3 and 4 by 4. Okay. So Ivan says to find the area of this particular square, take 3/4, multiply it by 3/4. 3 times 3, he said, is 9. 4 times 4, he said, is 16. If that cannot be simplified, then that's your answer. So the question is, can this fraction be simplified? And I didn't give you units, so technically you guys can say in your answer just simply units squared, because area is squared. Squared, haha. Can it be simplified? Okay, you guys seem to agree that this cannot be simplified, so nice job. You found both of the areas. Nice job today. So now we're gonna move to the task. The challenge here is only 2 students have submitted it. So let me start by asking if when you looked it over, you had questions. Let me start with that. And if you're not sure what I'm talking about, I will just go grab that real quick so I can show you. You guys did what task? Okay, I'll show you that in just a second. During class on Tuesday, I started a new procedure that the math department wanted us to roll out. And it was to, on Tuesday for 8th grade, set up activity or task, kind of like what we would do in school. And then on Friday, after reviewing all the students' work, we would go over it. Now, the problem right now is only 2 students did the assignment. So, and one of those students is not here right now. So this is where it's going to become a little bit challenging for us. But that's okay, we're going to improvise. If you look on your Google Classroom, there is a task that says it was due today before class. I attached the task itself, as well as the video from Tuesday showing how it was set up. It's called, it is, hold on one second. It started the new book. So Unit 8, Unit 8, Lesson 2, and it's basically activity 2.3. It's the third activity in lesson 2. That's where I'm at if you're going to go to open up resources, but I did post the task. Oops. I did post the task in Google Classroom. Okay, so that's just great. What is that? I have no idea what that means. Where are you guys? Yeah, so I think he actually. Okay, so if you notice in your Google Classroom, it's the most recent posting, and it said it was due Friday before class. So I'm gonna click on that. Yeah, okay, why isn't it going? That is so weird. What does that mean? Oh, I understand now. Okay. Okay, great. So hopefully this opens up now, because I don't understand why it's not opening. What I would like, I don't know why my screen keeps freezing, but what I would like you to do, because the whole purpose of this is that you guys have a chance to do this on your own, not that we spit out answers to you. So what I'm going to ask you to do is, Thais, I know that you submitted the task. The other person is not here in the stream. If everyone here right now could open up the task and start attempting it, what you're going to have to do first is try to measure. Hey, Kevin, how are you? I need you guys to try your best to measure with a ruler the side length of those squares in the beginning of the task. And it's not in like inches or centimeters, but it's like in square units, meaning using the grid, but it's slanted, so it's a little bit more challenging. Okay, I need to hear your thoughts about measuring that. Why aren't you opening? This makes no sense. Thais, when you completed the activity, did you run into any hiccups? I see that you estimated. Thais, can I challenge you for number 1? Can I challenge you? Well, let me ask you this. How did you arrive at those whole numbers? And don't say the numbers. The chart was a little confusing. Okay. We'll get to the chart in a minute. Don't mention the numbers that you assigned for the side lengths, but tell me what your thought process was for assigning the whole numbers that you did. How did you make that decision? So, for example, you could say to me, well, for the first square, I went with that number because, like, that way the other students are actually trying to find the side lengths themselves. I don't want to reveal answers just yet because, you know, while I'm really happy that you and the other student were very responsible, I do need the other students to try to explore this. Kevin, we finished the warm-up, so now we are on the assignment that was due today. I'm asking everybody to start it. I don't understand why this is not popping open. This is stupid. Oh. Okay, finally it popped open. Jeez. Okay. I have everybody on this one right now. Because you don't have the book, you have to use the attachment to submit the work. Now, the challenge here is going to be measuring a side length while it's on the computer because you guys have touch screens. So I need you to estimate, but to estimate as much as possible. So, for example, let's see what she said. I used tracing paper and rotated it so that it's easier to count the squares on the graph. That's interesting. So can I ask you now, how exact is your count for your side length? Was it like completely on the money or you estimated? That's the next question I need to ask you. So I'm okay with discussing the methods of how you find it, but I do want everybody to have a chance to find it themselves. That is where most of the learning will happen for you. So Thais is saying that she estimated for the 2 other squares because they were a little tricky, but the first one was exact, I think. Okay, I'm going to challenge you a little bit to check it out. I hope you still have your tracing paper. I hope you didn't get rid of it, or at least I hope you have more. Because what I'm going to ask everyone to do is not to round to the nearest whole number. What I'm going to ask everybody to do is to, if you're going to have to estimate, but I would like you to take it to the nearest 10th. So for example, or maybe even 100th, that might even help you more. I'm not sure. So for example, let's pretend that I thought that the side length of one of the squares that's tilted, let's say that I thought that the side length was at least 2, but no more than 3, somewhere between 2 and 3. Then I would like you to estimate, is it 2.25? Is it 2.5? Is it 2.75? Like, where is it? What's your best approximation? So that means that you might have to take it to the 10th spot, or you might have to take it to the 100th spot. All right, but don't round to the whole number because you're going to lose accuracy. What's the formula for area again? So that was in our warm-up, and we did that also on Tuesday. The area for a square is the side length squared. So if I know that this side length is 5, then since it's a square, this is also 5. So the area equals 5 times 5, which is 25. 25 square units. All right, so Thais, I want you to try it again. And don't tell me here. Do me a favor and pull back your assignment and then update it so that I could look at it. Is that all right, please? I'd appreciate it. If you guys are not 100% sure, this is where everybody should be. And there is a digital version for the graph later on, but this is where you guys should be. You're estimating the side lengths so that you can calculate the areas. I just dropped everything. Thais said yes. Okay, thank you. Thank you for being a good sport. Strange. Why is that there? Okay. Not there anymore. Let's see. Did I put Kevin down? No, not yet. Okay. So let's get Kevin written down. So, again, please don't put any answers into the chat, or what I would like you to do is put the answers on your task, and at the end of completing the task, you go ahead and you submit it, and then we'll talk about it Tuesday, because I really need to give you guys a chance to do this assignment. Okay? If you'd like me to take a look at it, you could always submit it, and then I'll look at it, give you some feedback, and then you could pull it back, just like Thais is doing. Because I would really like you, if you did part number 1 wrong, when you get to the summative questions, it'll be more difficult to make your notices, right? Your observations, and come to a conclusion. So it would be better if I could check it out for you first. Poor thing. Sorry, guys. So for number one, you're gonna do these two first. That it's actually asking for three things, but I don't want this one done unless you already know it. Until the end of the activity. I can't hear you saying mute. Sorry, I really am. So do you have any questions so far on any of the squares for these two? No questions yet? Are we giving it a shot? Are we trying? I resubmitted it. All right, let me see what you put down. So, Thais, is the only one that you changed C, square C? Is that the only one that you changed? Yes, because I checked the other one and it was exact. Hmm. Hmm. Okay, let's try this. Let's go ahead and keep it the same. But for number one, you see how it's asking you for area and the side length? So far you just gave the side length. Pull it back and include the area and I'll accept your work for number one. And then we could, when you're done, you don't have to resubmit it yet. We'll talk about the chart because you said the chart was difficult. Does anyone else have a question on measuring the three squares? Okay, thank you. Okay. Each one is half of an inch. So it should be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5/16 divided by a half. All right, let's see what that is. Where is the times? No. Oh, that's why. Divided by a quarter. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Oof. All right, you guys are kind of quiet. I don't know if that's a good sign or a bad sign. It either means that you feel comfortable with the activity and you keep going forward, or it means you're doing something else and not paying attention. Thais, I want you to try something. I hope I'm not saying this too soon. So let me just hide that real quick. So, dang nabbit, let me not say it, never mind. Maybe another student will come up with this idea and it will come from them instead of me. I don't know. I don't want to say too much. I feel like I'm going to say too much. So let me hear from you guys what strategies you're trying to use. For number 1, please. Thais gave us one strategy. She said she took tracing paper, she traced the figure, and then actually lined it up or rotated it so that she could count the squares, because where area is square units. So if she could just count the squares, then she'd be okay. So that's one strategy. I want to know from you guys what you're doing, because you're very quiet. You're not asking questions. So I'm hoping that that means that you're in the middle of applying some strategy. I hope. I pray. Because I can't have class without you. You know this, right? You're torturing me. Okay. Okay. I'm over it. Speak to me. Stream. Speak to me. It's just like class. You can't dab yet. Do something great. And how do you know about that? just like class. Silence. Kevin, what strategy are you using? Ivan, what strategy are you using to find the area of these squares that are tilted? Dagny, what strategy are you using? Oh boy. No one? No one is answering? Where are you guys? Okay, it's time for a different emoji. Where's the crying face? I'm crying on the inside. No, I'm not laughing. Sleeping. Wake up. This one looks like they're crying. This is good. Crying on the inside. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. You guys. You do realize that we still have to learn, right? We're not on vacation. That's sleeping, miss. It is? But there's a tear. Alright, I'll look for a better one. How about this one? Is this person? Wait, that says sad but relieved. Oh, it says sleeping. What? This is nuts. That's not okay. Oh, so this you answer me about, but not the math. Okay, this one. Oh, here we go. Loudly crying face. I'm gonna put like 10 of these because you guys are. Oh my god! I found it. Oh, it's an anime sleeping type. Okay, I didn't know that. She's lying. She's lying. So it was crying. It when I scroll over it though, it does say sleeping. It says sleepy face, which I don't get. I don't know if that's like snot or drool, but I don't know. Hey, there's my favorite one, the purple angry face. I'm trying. Yay! That's all I can ask for. Thank you, Kevin. What strategy are you using, please? That's why I picked it, because it didn't look like it was sleeping. It really looks like it's crying. But it is, so, okay. Kevin? Ivan, are you really sick? Is Ray scared of the math? Is that the scared? Oh, flushed? Okay. Camila, focus on your schoolwork. Yeah, I agree. Can we focus on our schoolwork for the last 4 minutes? I just had to convey what I was feeling, that's all. I needed a moment. My moment's done. I'm sick of math. It's getting me sick. Oh boy. It's not even that bad, Ivan. Goodness. Goodness. You do see that you're passing though, right? Like what you did on the test, and you're still gonna get more points if you join Monday to fix that problem that I botched up when I answered you. So congratulations, that should feel good. You shouldn't feel sick about that. Yes, you are, Ray, because you have been missing for quite some time, but you're back and you have an opportunity to make up the work because the marking periods are going on simultaneously. Third and fourth are going to go both until June, which means if you could join stream, so Tuesday and Friday are class and it's the new material, but my office hours for you guys, Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday, you can make up all that work. So there's no reason why I shouldn't have 25 A's in the third marking period, well, maybe B's because it's part of it is from school. So I should have like 35 B's and 25 B's for the third marking period and like 25 A's for the fourth marking period because you just have all this time and opportunity to make up work. And if we're only going to do 2 tasks a week, like a classwork and a homework, you should be able to keep up. It hurts my head though. Yes, you do have to take a test. But Ray, before you take the test, I need you to look at the test review videos on my YouTube channel. Wow, this is way back. Okay. Where is it? Maybe I passed it. There it is. Got it. So I need you, Ray, to watch videos from day 6, 7, and 8. It's the test review. It will help prepare you for the test. And then I also need you to watch days 4 and 5 because it does the scientific notation Edulastic assignment number 2, which was also graded, but it'll help you get the correct answers because students had questions. If you watch those 5 days, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, over time, don't do it all in one day. That's way too much. You'll be ready for the test. And then you can take the test. I feel like we should hold back the test until we get back. So I considered that, but the problem is because we don't know, I really don't want to hold you guys back. We really need to move forward. And the test is broken up into 4 parts. It is completely manageable. The students who watched the videos or participated in the streams, they actually did relatively good on the test considering it's, remote learning. So it's really not a problem. It's broken up and it's just piece by piece. You'll do okay. You have the videos to watch over and over if you didn't get it, and you can ask me questions. Dagny, you took that test already. Okay, 8th grade. As much as I love you, it's 10 o'clock. I have to start my office hours for 6th grade. Because it's office hours for 6th grade between 10 and 12, I do my homeroom first, and then I do Miss Duncan's homeroom. You are more than welcome to join it for questions. I've done that for them in my office hours for you guys. You guys have a great weekend. Please complete this task so that we have a lot to talk about Tuesday and there's not like this lull of like quiet while you're working. And just continue to show up and stay on top of your work. Make it up, please. All right. Any questions before I end? Related to math? Bye. If we do go back, I'm not wearing a mask. I'd rather stay home. You'd be truant. So if school's open, you have to go and you have to comply. It's for your own safety. Okay, so it doesn't look like you guys have any questions. You have a great weekend. I will see you Monday if you have makeup work. If not, I will see you Tuesday. Ciao.